Welcome, Marie in Zone 6. This wreath has been on my front door about 10-15 years. I used to change it out regularly, but when I found this wreath, I no longer felt the necessity to change. I love it, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. I just cut the front lawn, and it's looking good. There are some free plants in the cracks of my sidewalk, also known as AKA weeds. Some may call it weedy, I call it charming. The annuals I put in are growing well. I cut the daffodils down a little bit to make them look neater. And I'm loving this combination of lobularia, petunia, and verbena. Snowburst verbena, mini vista supertunia, and I think that's snow princess lobularia. So I love that addition to the garden. I need to stake back my peonies, Festiva Maxima, and another peony. I'm not sure what the name of it is. The Sally Holmes has gotten its buds. So exciting. And I think the ones in the South Garden have as well. One of the things I've learned from decades of gardening is I can get so wrapped up in adding things to the garden, adding this, adding that I forget the importance of taking things away. Removing things is just as important. For example, these daffodil stems need to be removed, which will make the whole look much neater. Now that's much better. I can cut those ice follies down at that point in my garden, and they'll still come back next year. I don't have a problem with that. Not in my garden. The pink rose of Sharon, pink chiffon rose of Sharon is looking good. That blooms on new wood, so I trimmed it back a bit, as usual. Buds on the Incredible. That's just one. That humongous one. And my beautiful irises are blooming. When I bought them, they weren't blooming, and there was no tag, so I had no idea what color they would be. I went ahead and got them, and they were a pleasant surprise. They're absolutely gorgeous. I think that's a lovely combo. Those irises with the Walker's Low and the aggressive yet beautiful Bishop's Weed. I think that looks good. There is a long distance view. Coming in close. Lovely. Headed back into the back garden, which is the West Garden. I'm really impressed with this compact orchid blush sun patient. It's my first time growing a sun patient, and it's growing so quickly and it's so lovely. And I have it in there with that Plectranthus. I have my lobularia once again, as well as that Sweet Sunshine Blueberry Vein Petunia. And that Crazy Tunia Cosmic Pink. Down below, I have the August Moon Hosta, Tolerates Full Sun, a gem. A bare root Sally Holmes. Yes, another Sally Holmes. I'm growing my phlox. And I put in some Beacon and Patience fuchsia down there. I think it's called Violet Shades. And that should get pretty big. And pull down the pink color. Little quick fire. I see at least one bud. So exciting. And the Snowdrift Supertunia and that Plectranthus and that container should eventually overflow and cover the container. And there's repetition here. Repetition is so important. With the same combo in this container. And behind, yes, more Beacon and Patience. And another August Moon Hasta. My Clematis Ville de Leon should be blooming soon. As well as my New Dawn. There's a look at the deck. as well as these jazzberries. I have those two-wave petunias on the deck. And it looks like my peonies will be blooming soon. The purple sensation allium is on the decline, whereas my new dawn rose on the garage will be blooming soon. So exciting. I'm not good with calibrachoa, but I don't care. I love it, even if it doesn't love me. So I got this calibrachoa basket to add some elevation or height to the garden, which is very important to have height in your garden. I have it with my climbing roses. I have it with my clematis. And now I'm going to utilize hanging baskets as well. An overall look from the deck. Back yonder, the April night is starting to bloom. There's one. Repetition. And here's the other. And there's a third back, but it's small. And there's another wave petunia. Gatsby pink, oak leaf hydrangea. Quickfires are really starting to bud up back here. And the summon substance are really filling out. That hosta my mom gave me, I planted it back yonder. It adds some depth to the garden. By planting some plants back further instead of in a straight line, it adds depth to the garden. Back in the hidden garden, I cut down those daffodils that were looking tacky. Looks much better. And look at these beautiful columbine that are blooming. Headed back, I've also repeated the pairing of this green and white variegated hosta along with the August moon. There it is. And then back yonder, another variegated green and white hosta and August moon hosta. And then I carry the August moon hostas over to this back side. Repetition creates a sense of order. Along with evergreens, they create a sense of order as well. And also evergreens can give a place for the eye to rest. Back by this table I built years ago, that faux shed I built years ago, that mirror I painted not that long ago. Back behind these crocus roses, David Austin, I have this H.F. Young clematis, and it is just gorgeous. I got it in December when it was dormant. And look at it. It's absolutely fabulous. Just beautiful. While there are many blooms to come, it's important to focus on what's blooming at the moment and appreciate it. Instead of focusing on, I can't wait for this and I can't wait for that, to just appreciate the blooms that are right there in front of me. So that's something else I need to try to keep in mind. Another point to remember is a beautiful garden is any garden that makes you happy. Thanks for your interest in my garden. Toodles.